Good morning, friends everywhere. Today is Thursday morning, very cloudy and cold. Um, Yesterday's riots taking place in the U.S. Capitol building. That's very shocking to all of us, not only us, worldwide. I mean, many would have not even imagined and thought of that kind of riots happening in the US, because America is considered as a role model for democracy all around the world. It's very sad. But the people elected Trump to be their president, so this is what we are getting it. And still 70 million people plus voted for him. Anyway, that's another thing. Anyway, yesterday's events in the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. I like to lay the blame squarely on the president, because he incited his followers just before that riot happened. He was at a rally and he told his supporters to go to the U.S. Capitol building. That's a truly incitement. I don't know what else to say. He had everything in his hand to be re-elected. The economy was going good. He cared a hoot about the pandemic. People still voted for him. But he's on his Twitter all the time, and he should keep his mouth shut. He could have got re-elected very easily, but he mishandled the pandemic. No doubt about that. He called it a hoax. He called it Wuhan virus, China virus, all racist names he could think of. Anyway, that's in the past, and still we have more and more deaths coming in. But yesterday's events, truly, it's very sad and unimaginable thing that happened, and 4 lives are lost. And that young lady, a 14-year veteran, she died. For what? For Trump. What's the point? Her life is lost, young life lost. But the difference between the yesterday's protest or riot and between the Black Lives Matter, very different. And I'm not afraid to speak out. If it was the BLM protest, there would have been tanks and army and whatever in full gear to stop them and take them out of the street. But yesterday, everybody saw all the protesters got into the U.S. Capitol building easily. Where was the security? You can easily see. Very less security. How did they even enter the U.S. Capitol building? And one of them sat on the Speaker Nancy Pelosi's chair and looted. What kind of image are we sending out to the world? Very abominable. I'm sad to say. And also, the senators from Oklahoma, they still objected to the certification of Mr. Joe Biden's being elected as the president. I cannot believe in Oklahoma. In America, we have religious fanatics. No doubt about that, In the Bible, there is nothing mentioned about killing people or stuff like that. But here, excuse me, I should say there's no difference between Afghanistan and America, but all the religious fanatics. Anyway, I won't say much, but it's very sad that riot happened in Washington, D.C. U.S. Capitol building yesterday. I'm very sad, I hope and pray for peace and wisdom to prevail. I have had to cancel my D.C. trip. I thought in my lifetime I would like to witness a presidential inauguration. So since I can't travel to India to visit my mom due to the pandemic, I had decided and planned on attending the presidential inauguration. But when that riot happened yesterday, I decided not to go, because what's the use? Trump is anyway going to create problem on inauguration day, because he can't digest the fact that he is the loser and he won't be no more president, and Joe Biden will be the president. So he's trying his best to create chaos, sow seeds of doubts and conspiracy theories, blah blah blah. I had to cancel my trip to DC. Very unfortunate. Maybe another time if I'm still alive for the next election. But looking and considering in view of this upcoming inauguration, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be more trouble and problems arising, and also the current second wave of coronavirus. I can't afford to be quarantined in DC and all that. I don't have the money, because when you reach there, I just read the latest CDC info. It says I have to quarantine, blah blah blah. So I just decided I'll cancel this trip. I'll just watch the inauguration on the TV or online, which would be good. But I wish all the best to all the elected leaders. I know I like to keep in touch with all the political happenings around. Many of my hometown people don't agree with me, because they are all Trump supporters, which I understand. They all think Trump is the defender of Christianity. What Christianity? Does he even go to the church? No. He berates women, he disrespects women, he calls people names, and everybody looks the other way around. And this is a leader? He has no class. Sorry. And you see all the Ivy League politicians, Ted Cruz from Texas, Jim Jordan from Ohio, all these are Ivy League guys, and look at their decisions. They are still backing this president because they don't care about the country, they care about themselves for the next election. If they work for the common good of the country, everybody will be for him, for them. Anyway, political rant over. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. I was just expressing my disgust at what happened yesterday in the US Capitol building. Sorry. You take care, okay? I could not help speaking out, okay? Thank you so much.